Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, September 24th. Looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. So definitely better action than yesterday. I thought the way it was originally going to start, we might get the same as we did yesterday, which wasn't a lot. Well, today's action was pretty interesting, though, as we open at the upper end of the range, get a big flush out with a decent size set of single prints to the downside, only to take those all back and go out with a price probe in ES to the upside, just missing the all-time high. So a couple of things, a lot happened here. ES still in balance, right? Balance rules. You get close to a balance high or low. Well, ES got close to a balance high. Second step, NQ. Slightly stretch a balance. That's what NQ did today. I'm not calling them up yet on the daily because they slightly stretched a balance high. Right? So they blew through the IB high after having the IB low. We got both overnights, both IBs in ES and NQ. They blew through it, and E had a nice set of single prints only to give them back and never made a new high again after E. Look at that. It's amazing. Now, ES did probe late, but I'm not using G's high. Didn't get that far away, and it got the overnight high very late in the day. Righty ends up with a 11 wide POC and an afternoon pullback in K. Now, again, they're one-time framing down 3 days. You want to call them down, that's fine, or you want to call it a 5-day balance. Again, I don't have a problem with either way that you look at it in righty. But for sure, for me, ES is a 4-day balance and NQ is a 4-day balance right now. If we take out today's high tomorrow and NQ right away, I would definitely call them up, all right? Because then I'll give them their due. But for now, they just stretched a little bit, and I think we need to do more than that. And then they have that pretty big daunting gap above them to take care of. So the Dow hit another all-time high today, but the ES, SPY, and SPX just missed. Left early, but just a little bit early today. I left at 3:30. Excuse me. Had a really good day today. We saw the market well. We had no problem pretty much flipping the switch once things changed. I took a short. I didn't do anything in A period. A period was not providing me anything as far as a trade, plain and simple. But B period, now, there's home sales or something was coming out of town, consumer confidence. So unfortunately, I didn't get the first trade that I like to get, which is the one-time framing. But I did get the overnight low very nicely and then had some very nice ebb and flow trades in B period. So B period was a very good time frame. C period, also, we had single prints, and I took the short to get the IB low. So B and C were banner trades for me, banner time frames for me in NQ. I actually took a short in ES when the single prints filled in C period. Ended up taking off for a 3-point loss. It was only a 1 lot. D period, I took a short in NQ when the single prints filled. I actually made money on that before it started running up again. I said, that's it. We're not going to try that anymore. Something changed. Then I took a long in E period to get the IB high. So that did well. I took a long in F period because we had single prints at the time. Did well on that ebb and flow. I did take another long in G period. Ended up breaking even on that one. I wasn't crazy about it. Looked like they were going to stop one-time framing and took it off for break even, and then it did. And then in J period, I took a long thinking that might be the afternoon pullback. That worked also. It was right at the opening. I didn't take K period in NQ. I got a little picky. I thought maybe we'd get to half back or value low at the time. It never got there. By missing that, though, and looking at that, ES half back got raised when we made a higher high in M period. But prior to that, it got right almost to half back and value low. Should have jumped on that one in NQ. I didn't, and that's fine. So we saw the market well. and had a very good day. But still balance. Still balance right now on the daily for these time frames. We have today's high in ES is 94.25, so we're just 3 points and a tick from the all-time high. 10 wide at 83.75. Afternoon pullback at 73.50, and today's low is 54.75. SPY. Today's high is 571.36. Now remember, ES is going to hit it the all-time high before SPY because SPY had the ex-dividend, so that's why they'll be behind. 10 wide POC for SPY is 570.43. Pullback 569.43. And today's low is 567.60. And then on the charts. So here's the daily. It's a 4-day balance, right? Now the monthly and weekly are up in the S&P, and it's a 4-day balance. Now look at triple Qs. Monthly's balance. Daily barely stretched it, so I'm still calling them balance. Now the weekly is one time framing up for 3 weeks. You want to call them up, that's fine, but just the way I'm calling that daily up, I'd like to see a little more extension. We make new highs tomorrow, and I'll call both the weekly and the daily up in the NQ and triple Qs. I hope you had a great day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.